Energy Shift Advisor. Welcome tonight, everybody. For those of you on Instagram, I'm Deanna, the Akashic Records reader and your energy shift expert. I'm so glad that all of you have joined me tonight on Instagram and also over here on Facebook. And so while Facebook sends out some messages to get some folks on here live, I'm going to make sure that we have everything working over here. And I'm so happy to see all of you tonight. It is April 24th, 2024. And so tonight, the purpose of speaking with you is not only to share the Akashic Records reading for this week so you can see what's coming up. I did have some questions. Some of you have been kind enough to send questions or call them into the bookstore. And one of the questions that I've received so many times is, why is it my energy shields are not working? People are telling me I have energy shields, I do a saltwater bath, I smudge, all that kind of stuff. But still, I feel like other people are draining me. Why is this? So I wanted to share with you one of the reasons that I find, this is just me, that I find that our energy shields aren't where we would like for them to be. And I'm going to be talking to mostly women on this and a few good men. But what I'm finding is that when my energy shields weren't holding up and I was doing all the things and bouncing the chakras and all that, I went and I was like, why is it that people are still plugging into me? Why is it people are still able to drain me? What is happening? And what I found was quite fascinating. Excuse me. And that is that your energy, your chakras, your energy shields must be clear of any kind of junk in order to hold at 100% full force. I mean, it only makes sense. Your spirit divine self is coming out through your physical body. And the mystery behind that is that a lot of us are empathic, and we came to this planet fully wired to help people and to heal. And with little to no training, the only way we knew how to do our job intuitively was to absorb that energy. Can I get a thumbs up or an amen to how many of you out there feel like you absorb other people's energy and you don't understand why your shields aren't working? Is it just me? Because I wanted to share with you that one of the challenges, let me look over here okay, so I got a couple thumbs up over here. What I wanted to share with you is that through my own struggles, my own strife and searching for answers, what I found was that, it seemed like that when I really needed help and I was feeling down, there was nobody there. So I'm like, here I am channeling energy to help other people, but when it comes my turn, where's everybody else, right? And this is in my personal life, not my business life. And then sometimes I found myself being the only person that was nurturing me. I'm like, what's up with that? It's just me and spirit, right? Again, personal life. And then I struggled with thoughts of how I felt about my own mom and a lack of attention or love. And I began to work on this, and I'm like, how does this relate to my energy shields? And that's when I really discovered that, your superpower is being an empath. That's what you were born or wired to be. That's your superpower. And in order for you to harness or have that superpower, it has to resonate with your heart or your heart chakra. And if you had a parent, especially a mom, who wasn't loving and nurturing, and instead had some challenges of their own and pushed you away energetically, then that's what happened to your programming in your own mind. And if you have that programming, that's when you're taking on other people's energy. That's when you feel like nobody else can help nurture you because nobody did when you were growing up. So why would you expect that now? And it's a mindset. Do you understand? It may not be reality, but it's a mindset. So if that resonates with any of you out there, Like I said, this is an important message for a lot of starseeds, empaths, highly sensitive people. Because our planet is changing so much, and the message my guides keep giving me is connect with your divine self, connect with your divine self. And I'm like, but I'm already connected. Well, when you connect with your divine self, it'll move you out of ego or edging good out. And if you're in that space, your egoic thoughts are kind of victimy, and why is it me, and how come people are doing this to me, and how come people are doing that to me? And basically it's because you don't have strong boundaries. And if you don't have strong boundaries, that means you don't have strong chakra energy shields. The two go hand in hand. If anybody has questions about that, can you post that down below here for me? I'm going to check my Facebook feeds. And know that's a really, really super heavy subject. And I want to give you a chance to breathe that in. And then I'm going to tell you how you can transmute that energy faster so you don't have to carry it around with you so much, especially in these changing times. Oh, I see a hug over here on Facebook. Thank you. I've worked through all these things, so it's not as owie as it used to be. Okay, I don't see anybody on this Facebook page over here. On Instagram, it's Care Bear. Hi. Omadin, hello. Great to see you. Chelsea, great to see you. Oh, hello, Tony. Good to see you. So, like I said, it's a heavy subject tonight. I know that this is prevalent right now because Mother's Day is coming up. And there's so much changes on our planet and expected of us as highly sensitive people, empath starseeds, that we're feeling that overwhelm. If you're feeling the overwhelm, let me know. Are you feeling it, sensing it, like, oh my gosh, I can't handle another shift or another thing coming at me? That is Spirit, God, or Source's way of telling us it's time to strengthen our shields. And the only way that I know you can do that is by strengthening what's within. So it's time to go within. Don't look answers from without, but look within. And so for those of us, oh, Tony says, me too. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that this is resonating with you. Sometimes when Spirit, or what I call the boss, gives me messages to share, I'm thinking, well, this is kind of a downer. Who wants to hear this? But if it helps you. Okay, Stephanie says hello. Hello, Stephanie. All right. So pretty much what I'm saying and I'm sharing on the Instagram advertisements, I told you that I was going to share with you that tapping into your synchronous flow. If you tap into that synchronous flow, you're going to do a lot better during these times. And the mystery to your superpower to being able to flow through these times is being an empath. That's your superpower. If you're with me and watching this, it means you're highly sensitive empath or starseed. And the way that we can strengthen our shields, the easiest, is to strengthen from within, from our hearts. And you're like, okay, Deanna, you're a Akashic Records reader. You help people, you clear the energies. What does that mean to me? Well, here's the next clue. It's called family lineage. And so in our families, sometimes we look like family members, we sound like them, we might act like them, because in our DNA, in our physical body's DNA, there's a vibrational frequency. I've talked about this. And that vibrational frequency comes through the two parts of the parents that put us, that contributed to us being here. The vibrational frequency of father and the vibrational frequency of mother. And then it goes back to their parents and their parents' parents. And so sometimes there's a karmic imbalance in the families because there's been abuse. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, sometimes spiritually. And so that vibration carries. And then here we come along, this beautiful starseed, and we're like, woohoo, yeah, we're loving life. And then we get activated by the energy we're carrying. And then we begin to work out the karmic imbalance of our family lineages. If that makes sense to you, can you let me know, please? In the comments, say yes. Or give me a thumbs up or a heart. Hello, Nicole. Good to see you. Cheryl, I'm so glad you're aboard. And then I'm going to tell you how we can use the Akashic Records to alleviate a lot of that weight and speed the process up. Okay, good. Chelsea says yes. All right. Ooh, and I got 3 hearts over here. Yay! Okay, good. So it's resonating with some of you. Like I said, this is a very serious message. So if you know a starseed, an empath, or a highly sensitive person that's been struggling a lot lately, and they feel like, they're really feeling overwhelmed, or they're feeling like nobody cares about them, or, they can't get any traction, I want you to share this video. Just push share, okay? And tell them, hey, listen to this. Maybe this applies to you. So, Akashic Records. So if you have a family lineage of, say, alcoholics, workaholics, maybe people that aren't so nice to you, if you will, and don't provide a happy, healthy learning environment where you can be at one with your chakra, your heart chakra. I want to share with you a few things that will resonate in your Akashic Records, because it's the karma that's coming through the family lineage, maybe a mother or a father, maybe their parents. And then if you're in the States, I've seen this repeat a lot since the 1940s and 50s. Thank you for sharing that, Viv. Thank you so much. Oh, Viv, welcome aboard. I'm glad you came to watch with us tonight. We talk about a different subject every time, but I was doing Akashic Records reading. So tonight we're talking about empaths and starseeds and their shields, being up. And people are like, why am I so drained? Why do I feel like people are plugging into me and draining my energy? Why are the energy vampires seeking me out? And that's because you're empathic. And so your energy that you were born with was to help the planet heal. And right now this planet is in a huge transformation. There's lots going on. Things are changing so quickly. And so we as empaths are being asked to heal as fast as we can and bring that light into the world. And so if you're carrying the family lineage of any kind of abuse or narcissistic or sociopathic type stuff that happened in your family, then your heart is not strong. Usually the gut chakra, from people telling you were wrong over and over and over again, and gaslighting and all that kind of stuff. And so you begin to carry that frequency. And in order for you to shed that frequency, we can go into the Akashic Records and speed that process up. How would you like to do that? How would you like to take your backpack full of family lineage rocks and go, oof, I'm so done, and actually feel better, right? Well, I got some hearts over here. Thank you for that. So when this happens, what we can do, remember, everything's a frequency. Karma is a frequency or an energy imbalance. So when you come to see me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at exactly what family lineage is repeating itself over and over for you. What family lineage is holding you back, causing you to feel overwhelmed, to feel unloved and wanted. And let me tell you the big one. If you're having money issues of any kind, whether you can't earn enough, you spend too much, whatever's going on there, that is a big indicator that your heart chakra is not strong. That your heart chakra wasn't fully developed. And usually, but not always, it's a lack of nurturing when you're a child from the mom or the mom figure. Okay? This is the stuff I've studied for years. So anyway, what we can do is we can ask Spirit, is this genetic, learned, programmed into you, or inherited? And once we connect with Spirit and we learn about that energy, we get into your energy field and we transmute the energy. So imagine your energy field is like a giant whiteboard, and I take an eraser in there and erase it out. And what happens is it shifts the frequency of your family lineage. So it goes backwards and forwards in time and lifts that burden. And then you will feel that. Sometimes people feel it instantly. Sometimes it takes a couple days. But all of a sudden they're like, wow, I feel more empowered. I feel like I can celebrate myself. I can set safe boundaries. So remember, If your boundaries aren't strong and people are, plugging into you and draining your energy, that means your chakras aren't strong. Does that make sense? Can I get a thumbs up or a yes, you understand, just so I know? And then I'll move on to Akashic Record readings. Oh, Viv says, my mom gave me this when I was young. Viv, I would love to see you. If you can't get in to For Heaven's Sake book in Denver, you can always do a FaceTime or a Zoom meeting. Okay, she says, yes, exactly what my ex-partner, new girlfriend tries to drain my energy, so I'm happy to watch anything that will help. Well, I'm glad that I can be of service, Viv. That makes me happy. I love it. But, Viv, I was saying is if you need some help to transmute that energy out from the Akashic Records and set things in a higher vibrational frequency for yourself, reach out. Thursday and Friday this week, I'm at For Heaven's Sake book in Denver. If you're not in Denver and your Learjet's in the shop, no problem. We can do a Zoom or a FaceTime just like this so I can see you and you can see me. And you can call the store at 303-964-9339. That's 303-964-9339. You can also dial that on WhatsApp if you're not in the States. And I will be there on Fair Friday, so that's a discounted rate. So if you all need a discount, budget's a little tight, then you want to jump on and get yourself booked for Friday. And then you can go to forheavensake.com and click on practitioners, look for Deanna in Denver, and you can just book right online 24/7. So if you're like, oh, I can't wait till the morning, you can do it tonight. All right. Tony gives me a thumbs up. Cheryl gives me a thumbs up. That's good. Chelsea says, that makes sense. I've been working on strengthening and some are still trying to break the shields, but keeping strong. Good, Chelsea. I'll reach out to you later because I got some stuff to share with you about that. Thank you for being on. Okay. So, I'd like for you to take a moment and breathe. Just relax and breathe. And I'd like for you to think to yourself that right now, the weight you're carrying, if you've been identifying with what I've been saying, your shields aren't strong, and you're feeling topsy-turvy, or your gut hurts a lot, I want you to think about what I'm about to read. I'm going to read you just a couple of sentences. And when I read this to you, if it makes you feel teary-eyed or weepy, then you know that your shields haven't strengthened enough and your boundaries aren't safe yet. And we can shift this through the Akashic Records. We can take that weight off of you and give you the opportunity to walk forward and create a better, joyful life. For me, it took me years to feel joyful. I'm like, why am I not happy? Why am I not joy-filled? Right? So listen to this. Take a nice deep breath. And visualize. You are worth celebrating. You are worth everything. You are unique. And in this whole world, there's only one you. Only one you with your talents, your experiences, and your gifts. And no one can take your place. Breathe that in. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. I'm so glad that each one of you has joined me either live or in the recording. I can feel several of you connecting through the recording. And I'm grateful that all of you have joined me and taken a moment to listen. And I'm going to ask you each that if you know somebody who has had not so happy parenting with their mothers, for you to share this video with them and say, hey, give this a listen, see if it'll help. Okay? Go ahead and post any questions or comments or observations you have down here in the feed. In the meantime, I'm going to get the cards ready for the Akashic Record reading of the week. And we're going to look at what's coming up for this week. And like I said, the changes are fast and furious right now. So if you're having trouble keeping up and you're feeling like things are in overwhelm or things are not going your way or you feel stuck, stuckedness. How many of you are feeling stuckedness out there? Oh, thank you, Selena. Oh, I think it's Sina. Sorry. Thank you so much for the beautiful, lovely heart. Okay, so this is the Akashic Record reading for the week of April 24th, 2024. Notice the 2s. Those are my numbers this year. To April 30th. Can you believe it? April 30th, in less than 7 days. It's amazing. We have lots coming up next month. We also have Mother's Day coming up. So for those of you that have deceased moms, and you're like, I'd just like one more chance to talk to her, see if she approves of what I'm doing or the way I'm raising my children, or if she has something to tell me, then do reach out to me. Do mediumship readings as well. And I'm more than happy to do those to help you connect to your deceased loved ones. I'd like to specialize and focus on moms for the next few weeks since Mother's Day is coming up. But of course, we can speak to anyone. All right. Let's do the Akashic Records reading for the week. And then I will look and see if I have any more questions. Oh, my guides tell me I got a comment. Let me see what I have here. I love when my guides are my heads up. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Viv is from Australia. Oh, Viv, thank you. That is awesome. Somebody from Australia, thank you. Big hugs and kisses to you. If you're in Australia, you can always message me, and we can give you a if you want to do a session, we can message each other and do a Facebook, so you don't have to worry about the long distance charges. I do have business WhatsApp. All right. Let's see here. And another message. It's Shauna. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you. My name's Deanna, and you know a lot of times people pronounce it Dina, Diane, all that kind of stuff. So I'm always striving to get it right. So thank you, Shauna. And happy birthday to you. Big happy birthday to you in your orbit around the sun. Thank you for sharing that. All right, let's see what else we have. Andra Villa joined. Hello, darling. I hope you're doing good. All right. So here's our Akashic Records reading for the week. And this is the week of 4/24/2024 to April 30th, 2024. And this, if you were listening to my predictions last year for this year, this is a lot about 2s. It's a lot about synchronicities and choices showing up. So tonight we did a 2. You know, if your chakras are not at a good strength and protecting your energy, that means you don't have safe boundaries. So there's your 2. All right. Or maybe just enforced boundaries. I hear somebody's watching that has safe boundaries, but they're not enforcing them. So that's also important. All right. Okay. So, interesting. Last week, Monday and Tuesday, was our Akashic Record reading. If you go back and watch last week's video, it was about Monday and Tuesday, you know, which I'm like, hey, wait, it's Thursday. What about Thursday? Anyway, Monday and Tuesday, you can expect a leg up. So there's, if you're watching, that means that the energies will be shifting. And they're going to be breaking us free of whatever we've been looking for, trying to get traction. So you're going to get a little lift come Monday and Tuesday of this coming up week. Now, the next card that came with that is called the Thinker, which is hysterical because that number is 44 on that card. The Thinker. And what the guides are indicating is that on Monday and Tuesday, no, they say this is now to Monday and Tuesday, if you're thinking a lot, you're thinking too much, you're overthinking, you're worrying. Empaths out there, highly sensitive people, starseeds, how many of you are worrying about everything? It's just like boom, 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 boom. And when you stop worrying about one thing, you start worrying about another. How many? It's not just me. Come on. If you're watching the recording later and you feel like, yeah, there you go, hearts up. So just know that Spirit is guiding us. This is a time of fluidity. We're being fluid in the moment. And that's why it's so important to clear that family lineage, because if it's weighing you down, you can't. And then you're struggling. And then you're exhausted. And et cetera, et cetera. You get it. All right. Between the worlds. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they say. Okay. This is Between the Worlds. I love this card. It's very beautiful. And so what we've got when you're in between the worlds, and this is so apropos, I couldn't have drawn this better if I tried. Part of us, if you will, is enlightened. This is our empathic nature. We're enlightened. We see, feel, sense things other people don't. But yet we're stuck in the 3D world. We're stuck in our 3D bodies, which is a good thing. I like being there. And the other thing my guides were telling me is that a lot of folks right now are feeling it out. So for me, being empathic, highly sensitive, I spent most of my time with the spirits. And that's how come I'm so good at what I do, because this is where I developed a lot of my time, because my physical life was not pleasant. And so they call that being top heavy. Okay? There's other people that are rooted and grounded and they're really super good at it. And Spirit's waking them up and saying, you have other sensitivities up here. And last week, I had 4 women come into the shop, the twos, and tell me. They sat down, they had a session, and they said, I had gifts when I was a child, and I suppressed them all. And now I feel like I need to get out there and do something with them. I'm not sure what. And I was so glad they came to see me, because that's what I love doing. Setting people free, making them aware. So how wonderful was that? But anyway, this week you're going to feel that pressure a little bit more, being in between the worlds. And so I'm not asking you to pick one, and I'm not asking you to pick the other. What I'm saying is, if you'll notice, this is one beautiful being, right? One beautiful being. And it's got 2 parts. There's another 2. Okay, the other thing is to get your rest. Now, there's another card. I couldn't have drawn better if I said trying myself. It's called Time for a Nap. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Time for a Nap. And it's the number 24. So I'm going to tell you that this is not a time for you to be asleep in your wisdom. Some of you are sleeping out there. You're not waking up. You know Spirit's calling you. You know that you've got to up-level your game. Don't be sleeping on the job, okay? The world needs you. Okay, so, I forgot to tell you. So anyway, being a thinker and the leg up, that was like Monday, Tuesday. This In Between the Worlds is going to last for the next couple of days and towards the end of the week. So there's going to be tugging at you to shed the stuff and get rid of it. Maybe cut the family ties off, the lineage, that kind of thing. And don't fall asleep on the job. Otherwise, it'll sneak up on you. All right. And what else is coming up is, this is called Truth Be Told. Okay? Truth Be Told. Let's see, I have another comment over here. And Truth Be Told is really the truth of Spirit coming to you. You are a beautiful divine being in a physical body. And we just read a poem about there's only one you. One. There's nobody else like you. So celebrate yourself. All right. And the Unfinished Symphony. So a lot of us feel, or at least I'll speak for myself, I feel like things are never done. They're never completed. There's always something else to look at, to do, to up-level to. Right now, I'm writing out all of the classes and workshops that I'm going to be doing for the rest of the year. And I feel like I can't write them fast enough, and I can't get them to my web people to post fast enough, because the world is changing so fast. and it feels unfinished, but it's a symphony, or it is a symphony, because my guides tell me these are things people want to know. So it's a musical orchestration, our lives. And if you're in harmony, you're going to flow and things will be synchronicitous. The energy, though, must be as clear as you can get it. Do you have to be perfect? No. If you think, oh, Deanna, I have so much work to do myself, I'm never going to, be clear. No. If I felt like that, I wouldn't be on here. I'd still be working for corporate America. But the mystery, if there is any, about up-leveling your shields is it comes from within. Stronger boundaries, stronger chakras. And then people will not be able to tap in and drain you as much. It's really that simple. All right, let me see what my comments are. If anybody else has a comment, go ahead and put it in the feed. Viv says, love watching this. Viv, thank you. You make my night. Cheryl, you are so welcome. Good to see you, Cheryl. Kelly says, hello. Hello, darling. Yeah, Viv says that was her thinking and worrying so much. Viv, if you want to share this video with other people in Australia, I would love it. I have clients in the UK. I have one in Ireland. And I don't think I have any yet in Australia. I would love it. That would be fantastic. And I'd like to travel more next year if they don't shut the countries down again. So that would be good. I would love to meet you, Viv. Okay, let me see if I have any more questions over here. Okay. All right, Shauna, good to see. I'm glad you're raising your hand. Good. And Des says, I felt that. You all make me feel, we don't make me feel, it allows me to feel so good about my work, because during these times, it's really super challenging when you're going through things yourself and you know everybody else is, and you're like, what do I tell them? And again, I love these lives. I take questions. If you all have a question for me, if you're watching the Facebook Live on, for heaven's sake, please call the store at 303-964-9339 and leave a message for me there so I can answer your questions. If you're over here on my private Facebook page, just private message me in the same way on Instagram. Because your questions, that way I can serve you better, because I know what you're desiring or what you need. Oh, okay, here, I got some more stuff over here. All right, so Andra Villa says she's seeing a 22 a lot for sure this year. Chelsea was agreeing. Remind myself everything is the way the universe is planned. Yes, Chelsea, to a certain point. So if you have people draining your energy, the universe is planning it so that you'll learn to build your shields faster and let the family lineage go. That's what's going on there. I feel that way. Can't organize my thoughts and duties as efficiently as usual. Yeah, that is normal right now, because we have so many energy shifts. If you all haven't seen the Schumann's resonance, go look it up for yourself. Just look up Schumann and the word resonance, and it'll show you a chart. You may not understand it, but just know that when the chart's mostly blue, then things are calm. When you get a lot of white coming up, it looks like a waterfall. That's energies all over the place, and we fatigue. One question says, how do some people drain us more than others? Okay. That's what I was telling you to begin with. Who I was speaking to tonight are women that were raised by moms that either were workaholics, alcoholics, or something like that. The common vernacular is narcissism or sociopath. And so why people drain you more, some people drain you more than others, is whatever you did not receive in nurture from your mom when you were younger leaves a hole. Now, I'm no psychologist, so I want you all to watch closely. Not psychologist. But I have been practicing energy shifts for about 20 years. And when I study things, I want to know why an energy works a certain way, what's causing it. And a lot of times I deal with spiritual beings, because that's where I grew up, in the spirit realms. I realized that without my physical body to support my spiritual desire, then there's nothing. So love, opening your heart to love, and I'm talking about universal spiritual love, not like, oh, you're so wonderful, none of that, right? But loving starts from within in yourself, and not carrying your family lineage. So why some people get to you more than others, whatever your wounds are, that's the ones that, like Chelsea was saying, they magnet towards you, right? Because that's where your wound is, and the universe is trying to help you heal. And the only way you can heal, in my humble opinion, this is the world according to me, the only way you can heal is when the universe brings it into your energy field and says, hey, this is it, this is it. And if you try not to pay attention to it, especially as fast as things are changing these days, it goes like this. And you're like, get away from me. No, get away from me. No. How many of you felt like that? Like you're like, that problem could just go away. I'm tired of dealing with it. And it comes right back. Oh, we need to laugh after that serious subject. All right. Oh, man. But that's the reason. That's why some people drain us more than others. People pleasing is a big, huge thing for empaths. And so we might say yes, where we should say no, trying to please them over and over again. And that's why they drain us, because if we said no, we could reserve our own tank. All right. Chelsea says, does it make sense that older generations maybe drain more than the younger? Different generational frequencies. I'll agree to that, because those people that grew up in like the 50s and the 60s, there was a lot of family dynamics that led to people stuffing things and not talking about them, in my family. Good, thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, you hear that one. In my family, when I used to ask questions, I was told we just simply don't talk about that. And I would say, why not? I want to know. I'm like 10 or 11 years old. I can't imagine this family of people that they didn't talk about those things, and hush her up, and we just don't talk about that. That's not polite. Well, I want to know, Yeah, they just didn't do it. And if you had feelings or emotions and you tried to express them, they told you that, children are seen and not heard, and a bunch of other, messages that just didn't, that just worked. Anyway, the younger generation, in answer to your question, they've been taught to speak out more. At least the ones I've come across. And they stand up for themselves and they speak out more. They may not get what they're asking for, but they will speak up a lot more. So, generational gaps. All right. And so I'm not sure if the older generations drain more than the younger. But there was a different mindset back then than there is now. I hope that answers your question. All right. And you're welcome, Andra Villa. Thank you. I'm so glad, again, that you all have joined me. Oh, I got another question. I've had an eventful day. Any encouraging words from my spirit guides? All right, Des, one moment, and I'll get that. Let me check over here. And I'm actually, Des, if you're still with me, give me a thumbs up. I'm actually going to give you. Okay, it looks like I've answered most of the questions over here. Okay. Oh, Kelly says, I believe that I am also learning. Yep. You need to cut some of those things and keep learning. Absolutely. And again, if I have not answered your question on any of these platforms, it's not because I ignored you. It's because I didn't see you. Sometimes the feeds run so fast or it skips over somebody, and I will go back and attempt to look at them again, time permitting. Right now I have a huge job. Okay, Shirley, thumbs up, thank you. Des, thumbs up, thank you. Thank you. And Shauna, thank you again. I really appreciate that. Like I said, I love this job. All right, more hearts over here. We'll reach out privately. Thank you. Okay, so Des, you said you've had an eventful day. And any encouraging words from your spirit guides? Des, let's share your question with the group. And I'd like for everybody that's had an eventful day to take a moment And I'd like for you to repeat after me, because Des, I could give you messages of encouragement from your spirit guides, but what I'm feeling is that you have so many people plugged into you. I see like little balloon, you know, the child's balloon and a little white string. I see so many of those strings plugged into you from whatever happened today. So let's fix that, shall we? You ready? And everybody else watching as well. If you've had an eventful day, sit up as straight as you can and cross your legs. Don't cross your fingers or your arms. Take a nice, deep, diaphragmatic breath in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. Out. 1, 2, 3. In. 1, 2, 3. And out. 1, 2, 3. Now, repeat after me. Archangel Michael, surround me with the blue light protection of God. And with your fiery golden sword, please sever the threads of all those I'm connected to. Thank you. Breathe. I send an angel of light and an angel of healing to each and every one of you that has watched or is watching, that they might cleanse your energy field and help you to restore yourself today. Okay? Good. All right. Again, my name is Deanna, and I'm a Akashic Records reader, energy shift advisor, spiritual mentor. And you can come see me at the bookstore tomorrow, Thursday, because today's 4/24/2024. And you can call the store at 303-964-9339. And if you're watching from overseas, you can message me privately on Facebook, or you should be able to contact the store through WhatsApp. Okay? You can message them, but they don't often check the messages, all that spammy stuff that comes through. Okay? And I have somebody here, Vanessa. She says, I've seen you in the shop before and you always amaze me. Thank you, Vanessa. Thank you. Receive that. All right. So please do share the video if you found it to be of some value. There may be someone else out there that's struggling and this is just what they need. And if you have questions, private message me. You're welcome, Chelsea. Let me know. Again, I am here to serve you. And there's so much information I have to share. I just don't know what you always want to hear or what you're curious about. And you can ask me pretty much anything. Okay? Well, I'll see you here next Wednesday at 8:30 Mountain Time. Okay? And until then, I will look forward to seeing you. Like I said, if you're Learjet's in the shop and you can't make it to the bookstore in Denver, just make an appointment and we'll do Zoom or FaceTime, however you want to do that. All right? Have a great and wonderful night, and big hugs and kisses to you all. And you can do this. I believe in you.